Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hello?
Hi, this is Melissa Moore.
Hi, I just got your letter tonight.
Oh, great. The Gypsy, right?
Yes.
Oh, I'm surprised you got it so fast.
I had been contacted by the warden, and she had asked me if I wanted to do the interview, and I said yes, but without talking to my family. And this is kind of the problem, is because me and my family have agreed to do this HBO documentary, and I guess HBO is kind of picky about who I talk to. They won't allow me to do any more TV, appearances or whatever until after the HBO documentary airs, which should be in January. That's why I was like...
Oh, in January. Got it. Okay.
So, if I would do the interview now, they'd throw the whole thing out. So, oh gosh.
Oh, I got it. So here's an option that you can do too. So I've worked on big cases and different stories where it's called an embargo, where we legally won't air it. So we could do the interview, but we legally promise, and we're held to that legally, that we won't air it until after the HBO special. So that's how we do a lot of other programs. That's something that, so that it's already done and we can air it right after your HBO special. But it's called an embargo. It's EMBARGO. And so I've done it too. I'm an author and I've done some specials. I'm also, I do documentaries, and so that's totally normal. It just depends on how you guys feel comfortable. If you feel comfortable doing an interview, and so forth like that.
Well, I'm happy that I finally got to talk to you on the phone, because I wanted to relay the message, because I had seen the warden again a few days ago, and she's like, well, you previously agreed to do the interview. Do you still want to go through with it? And I said, I explained to her the situation, and I said, unfortunately, I can't do it right now because of this whole thing with the HBO. And I guess my dad had told me that it's 3 months after it airs that I can't speak with anybody, and then after that 3 months is up, I can speak with whoever,
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that makes sense. I talked to your stepmom, Christy, and so I spoke to Erin, the documentarian, and then so I asked her to find out what the date was. And so, no, my plans was always to align it with the HBO special.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I've always, I would never air it before Erin's work with you is out there.
Okay.
And that's kind of that would be the written agreement. And so I guess so it's up to you, and you could talk to your dad about it. But yeah, so ideally what we'd like to do, so here's so you understand, is that we'd like to film the interview and just put it on hold until the HBO special airs, and then we have it already done to then air it right after they air it. We'd like to actually promote the HBO special, and that's why I talked to Erin to see if we could promote it. But she wasn't aware of an air date yet.
Right.
So, yeah.
As far as I know, I talked to her a few days ago, and she's hoping that it'll be in January. Right now, they're finishing up editing, so they're moving fairly quickly with it, because they know that, y'all had approached me, and I'm like, I can't talk right now, I can't do an interview, so it was pretty hard. But,
no, I get it. And I had spoken briefly to Erin about embargoing it, and then, but she just needed to get back to me on it. But that's what I'd hoped to do, is put it on hold until the HBO special. And I did talk to her and invited her to come on to promote it. So she knows, Erin knows that she's invited to come on to do it.
Yeah. Well, what I could do is I could have her, I can call her again, or write her, because I met her from first place too, and I'll write her and let her know that I spoke with you and about when the HBO documentary might come out and about the embargo, and if it would be a good idea for me to go ahead and do the interview, and then I could tell the warden, okay, I'll do the interview and have it all set up again.
Okay. No, that sounds great. And, but yeah, so, and she would know what that is because we do it all the time for documentary, for specials. And, no, I've always, I respect people who take their time to do a special, and I was never going to, air this until after the HBO special anyway. So that was kind of the goal. And so this is really helpful. And if there's anything, I can do to help you and your family feel at ease or Aaron at ease, I'm happy to do that, whatever it is. Because I think it's really important to get your story out there. And, you're a remarkable woman, and I wanted people to see you. So.
But I am pretty curious. Will I just meet Dr. Oz?
Yeah, this is Dr. Oz, and he's got a couple million viewers.
Wow.
So he's doing great. He's the most of the demographic is women, and so that's where I feel like the audience would really relate to you because they're women, and you never know who you'll help. Who you can help. But
right. And it's also a medical show, and a lot of my case has to do with my medical history.
Exactly. That's why I felt like it would be a really good alignment. And that was kind of what I wanted to talk to you, is just kind of like the bogus treatments that you had to go through. Just like I had so many questions about how did you know, that you weren't sick. Everybody at my office, so my boss and Dr. Oz, they are so excited to hear about, your side of the story. They're just really interested in you, and they have every time I talk to them, we talk about you, they have a million questions. I'm like, I don't know. I haven't talked to Gypsy yet. I don't know. So I just want you to know you have a lot of people who are just anxious to talk to you, and I think that's probably why they're so excited to hear what you have to say. And obviously, if Aaron and your family feel more comfortable waiting until after the HBO, then, that's fine. My only concern about waiting, and this is why I would want to film it beforehand, is that once the HBO special airs, then there'll be a lot of other television shows that will want to come and hear your story too, because it's a story of resilience. It's a really interesting, we've never heard of a story like this, of someone who's endured this and then, has come out and totally been normal. And that's what's so shocking. And I know that there's going to be a lot of interest in your story once the HBO airs. And so I think that we were hoping to be one of the first people, besides obviously HBO is the first, but the second person to share your story.
Right. Yeah, I know they had just had an article that came out on BuzzFeed, and I guess 4 million people have read it so far.
Yeah. No, your story has really captivated and got people thinking. It really did, and I think that it got me thinking, it got Dr. Oz thinking, and so we're very, I'm very excited to meet you. Dr. Oz is very excited, to work with you. So whatever we can do to help you and your family and Aaron, feel at ease, that's what we want to do.
Okay, and I think the good thing would be just for everybody to keep in contact with each other, and I talk to my dad and family on a regular basis, 3 times a week. And I call Erin, and I talk with her about how things are going on that end, and, everybody talks to each other, so it'll be easy to keep in contact and see how we can move forward from here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I do have a guy named James in my office that he works with networks, and so if he's offered to be of assistance to HBO, if he needs to contact HBO to talk to their people to arrange the embargo, they're absolutely willing to do that. So that's part of the, we do have that resource so that it's done all in the up and up. Everything's proper and put together.
Right. Good. Good. That would be wonderful. Well, I'm going to send her a letter. I'm going to go up to my room and write it right now about everything. I had talked to her a little bit about it, and I hadn't talked to her at this point, but I was like, I don't know what to do because I had told the warden that I'd go ahead and do the interview, but I don't want to jeopardize the documentary and have HBO throw it out because it was a lot of hard work.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
And so I'm going to talk with her once more and figure out what we could do. And then I'll get back to you on it.
Okay, sounds good. That sounds really good. And then, I've spoken to your stepmom and so forth, and so, they're welcome to come on the show as well. And Erin knows she's welcome to come on. It's all been. I've been really transparent with Erin. So she knows that I wanted to have her on to promote the program and so forth. So so she knows that. But I was waiting for her to get back to me on the air date, and she didn't. I don't think she knew yet.
Right.
So.
Right. It's still kind of up in the air, but I'm hoping that they move along a little quicker.
Yeah. No, that sounds good, and I'll do everything on my part, whatever we need. And then, if it absolutely has to come to waiting till after the HBO special airs, because it'd be nice to be able to promote the HBO. So what we could do is if we did an interview with you is that the day that it launches, we can air it to promote the show, too. And I have people at Dr. Oz that can set that up with HBO, so that can happen too. If Erin gives me the contact of who we need to talk to make that happen.
Okay, I'll let her know that so we can get
perfect.
this train going.
Yeah, perfect. Well, I appreciate your time, and then you have my phone number, so give me a call anytime, and we'll keep in contact about it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great night, and we'll talk soon.
Okay. Have a good night.
Okay. Bye, Gypsy.
Bye-bye.
The call